Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. As you've been told, I was the UK's Foreign Secretary and I travelled to many countries around the world, but sadly, I never had the opportunity to visit Iran. But I know that Iran is an extraordinary country with thousands of years of history, a history of art, culture, science, a beautiful, fertile country, and a country rich in natural resources. So Iran is an extraordinary country. But I think what we, members of the international community, want for Iran is actually very ordinary. Let me explain. What we want for Iran is just the same as what we want for other countries around the world. It's the same as what we want for other nations. What we want for Iran is freedom, is prosperity, it's peace. But it's important that everyone in this room and in Iran and the Iranian diaspora around the world understands what I understand, which is that these things cannot and must not be forced upon the Iranian people from other countries. A leadership imposed upon a nation cannot truly be the sustainable solution for that nation. This is a mistake that has been made in the past and must not be repeated. The leadership of a nation, the leadership of a people, must be from that people, that must act in accordance with the desires and wants of that people, and must be ultimately accountable to that people. And that is the same for all countries around the world, and that is ultimately what Iran should aspire towards. And I know that because of that history of culture, because of that history of science, because of that history of art, that Iran is more than capable of providing that leadership, that prosperity, that peace, that security. Iran doesn't need countries around the world imposing their solutions upon it, however well-intentioned those solutions are. Iran and the Iranian people are more than capable of finding a sustainable leadership for themselves, and the international community should support them in doing that and not impose a solution upon them. From my position of peace and security in the UK, I looked with huge admiration at the courage of the Iranian people. Those young Iranian women, and indeed sometimes not so young Iranian women, demonstrating their desire for freedom, being beaten, being persecuted, and in some instances being killed, for wanting nothing more than what women around the world desire, which is to have a voice and to be respected and be treated equally with their male counterparts. I found that inspirational. I look at admiration at the young people, at the students, those thoughtful, clever, well-respected young people, again, asking for nothing more than what young people around the world ask for, which is to have a voice and have that voice listened to. They have talent, they have knowledge, they have energy, and they have as a foundation stone millennia of culture, which is the history of Iran. And I see them, and I recognize in them that there is a repository of talent which bodes well for the future of their country, of your country. And what they need is the opportunity, nothing more, the opportunity to use that knowledge, that experience, and that energy. They deserve the opportunity to speak for themselves and to be listened to by their leadership. Now, Iran is being held back. It is being held back by its current leadership. And for those of us, me included, that wants to see a happy, prosperous, peaceful Iran, we want to see the potential of Iran unleashed. And all we ask is the same as we ask of other countries around the world, that the leadership of Iran does not oppress its own people. It does not sponsor terrorism in its neighbors and further afield, that it does not export weapons of destruction to attack civilian communities anywhere in the world, even as far afield as Ukraine, that it does not seek to expand the arsenal of nuclear weapons, that it lets its own people speak, and that it respects minorities both within its borders and beyond its borders. That is all we ask of a future and current Iranian leadership, and that is the same as we ask of any country. And yet when we ask these things, the current regime in Tehran seeks to distort our intentions, seeks to misdiagnose what it is that we ask for. They try to persuade the Iranian people that what the international community, what the UK wants, is for harm to befall the Iranian people. They claim that they are the defenders of the Iranian people against wrongdoing and harm from countries like mine. And I have a message for you and for those in the Iranian diaspora and indeed those in Iran itself. That interpretation of our intentions is completely wrong. All we want is for Iran to be peaceful, to be prosperous, to have a government that comes from the people of Iran, listens to the people of Iran, is accountable to the people of Iran. All we want, all you want, all the international community should want is for Iran to be free. Thank you.